Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New England Patriots. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
He's got a man complete. A huge play there right off the bat. 41 yards. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. And let's give you a look here at the New England offense.
An excellent year, obviously, because they got the open week, had the bye. But the one thing you always worry about, the rust factor. And I had a coach say to me one time, when you have that open week, you often think about scrimmaging so you're ready to go the next week. But you know you can't, so you cross your fingers and hope your guys are ready to roll.
Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Right here. He's coming.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Got his man, that's Harry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. There you see the starters defensively for Jacksonville. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Isaiah Wynn with a penalty, the former first-round pick back in 2018. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. That's caught by the tight end Lacoste. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. It's an 8-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Brady, this is White on the screen.
Good job, D. Good job.
So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State. Minshew, 1st and 10. That one's complete to Tomlinson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest, but many times we see the upsets happen with a team that won the week before and has momentum on its side.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
Dante Hightower is a prototypical run-stuffing inside linebacker who has the ability to go to the edge and rush the passer, and there's no better example than when he had the strip sack against Matt Ryan in Super Bowl 51.
On 2nd down now, it's Hughes, and nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Minshew sets to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Brady. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Brady gives this to White. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 16. Brady, catch is made by Harry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Brady, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden.
We can't be stopped. You see? That's right. We can't be stopped. 53 the mic. 53 the mic. Watch the back. Watch the back. Go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Completes it to Lee. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And Brady's throw there incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Got a man open. That's Harry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
72.
First down, here's White. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. From midfield, here's Brady. Robinson's got it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The reception good for 7. It's third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now Leonard Fournette. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Brady deferring to White on the draw. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there was a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Switch.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 29, Minshew, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Underneath, pulled in by Tomlinson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Patriots take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin with Michel on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Brady. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And a dump off to White. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. On first down, Brady. It's complete. James White. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Brady gives to Michelle. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Brady. He's got Sanu. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. Brady now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
That throw by Brady, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Brady now to throw to Michelle on the dump-off. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Fournette. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Hughes. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now Minshew. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now White. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Now Brady. He'll check this one down to Michel. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Patriots send out their punter. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. It's caught. This is White. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. In the divisional round, and it's a 1st down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. And he completes it to Westbrook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. The open man is Westbrook. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. But it appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
They start the drive with White, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, let's bring it.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. They'll run it again with Fournette. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That one going against the guard, Andrew Norwell. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's Fournette, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
Myles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Brady now on first down. That's complete to Robinson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Going on the ground, it's White. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
To throw, it's Brady, and he'll get that to Michel, complete. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Brady going to throw. Robinson's got it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Brady now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the draw, it's White. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Here's White. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Brady loses the football, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew underneath, pulled in by Tomlinson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a two-score swing that you just gave up.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done because at worst-case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now, they're not close to the 1st down.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. Got a man open, that's Harry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. Brady now on 1st down. That's caught by the tight end Lacoste. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Brady. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. All the way in. Touchdown, New England. Matt Lacoste, 48 yards. Now the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
53, check 53. You're trapped, you're trapped.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that could be the maker.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Now pounced right back on it, keeps possession.
False start, offense.
They can't go back much further than this. They'll go from the 2 to the 1, half the distance. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
Harris now to return.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Brady.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Minshew. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking left side, and it's complete.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On 2nd down now. It's White, and he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. It's complete to Robinson. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a lot. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. In for the score. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. To throw on third down, Brady. And that is incomplete. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. He's going to walk, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Duron Harmon. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's second down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
On the ground, this is Michel shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They go right back to White here on first down. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Powerful running. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground is Michel. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.